happened? I was just live. Okay. Well, hey everybody, how are you doing this evening? I thought I was live a minute ago. I don't know what happened, but I'm live now. Well, hey, how are you all? Thank you for joining us. This is a crafty roundup. It was a collaboration with T-shirt Chick starting us off. Then we had 755 Media. And then we went to the Best Uni. Then we had Patrice, Craftable Things. You guys coming over from Big Boi Prince, and now they left the craziness for last. Yay. So you guys know usually when we do projects here on this channel, it usually take a whole heck of a lot longer than 30 minutes, but we're going to shoot for 25 minutes tonight. So I'm not going to get to have a bunch of time to check the chat and talk in chat and things like that. We're just going to plug right into our craft tonight. So tonight, what we're going to do is a cute little candy pouch. And the ridiculous thing is I have no candy in this house to put in the pouch. You know, I don't know what I was thinking, but it's a cute little snowman candy pouch. The link to that is in the description below. It is 4x4 friendly. So if you're interested in doing this project, like I said, check out that link below. The project's materials are super simple. You just need some felt or, you know, some comparable fabric, white fabric, your thread. You need vinyl, clear vinyl. So like the stuff that goes, the clear that protects tabletops and stuff like that will work. There's also some sewable vinyl, and I'll show you that here in a minute. And your tearaway stabilizer in your embroidery machine, and that's it. So we're going to whip this up pretty quick. She also has other styles of candy pouches. I chose the snowman, but she also has like a gingerbread man. She has a tree. I mean, so just definitely hit that link. Because this would make something really cute to whip up and hand out at the office or something like that, even though a lot of us are working from home. So I don't know, take to the homeless shelter, give to the little children there, brighten some kids' day. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to the embroidery table, and I have two cameras set up. All right, so we're going to have our cutting table view, and we also have our embroidery machine view. Hopefully, let me make sure nobody is saying they can't hear me. Everybody can hear. Okay, everybody's good. All right, sweet. So let me come over here. So here we have the embroidery machine. And as I mentioned, we are going to be using our 4x4 hoop. All right. So this is, anybody with an embroidery machine should be able to do this project. Then we have our tearaway stabilizer that's going to go in our hoop. All right. And then I have two pieces of, this is more like flannel rather than fleece. This is like a flannel. And what I ended up doing with the flannel is I stiffened it a little bit. So I used Terrio Magic, which I'll show you that. I don't have a link to this in the description, but I'll put a link. And this Terrio Magic is really good for stiffening fabric. Actually, see, it's a fabric stabilizer, so you spray it on, you let it dry, or you can use a heat press to dry it pretty quickly, and it'll make the fabric stiffer than what it normally would be. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I just want it to have, you know, not be quite as flimsy. All right, so that's the reason why I did that. No other reason, only because I wanted to. Then I have some yikes, can't think of the name of this stuff, but whatever the name of it is that I can't think right now, I have this. And I'm going to use this probably in place of the vinyl, because you can still see through it. But you also can use this stuff, which is some Heat and Bond brand vinyl. All right, it's iron on vinyl, and you can use it to embroider through it. All right, and it's a gloss finish. I might end up using this. I don't know. I have to figure that out. But I got this from Hobby Lobby. And unfortunately, I got to put the link to this in the description too. But aside from that, I just needed, you know, some thread to go with the colors of what we're working with. For the snowman, that's his nose and his eyes and his mouth. And this is just the outline. All right, and pretty much that's it. So let's get started. what we need to do is go ahead and put the tear away stabilizer on or in the hoop. All right, so let me loosen this some. And here's our tearaway stabilizer. I already have a full bobbin in here, and we'll go ahead and hoop this. Now, the first thing that's going to stitch on this project is the placement stitch. And it's going to do the placement stitch for, I'm going to cover that light so that you can see. But it's going to do the placement stitch for the outside of the snowman and the vinyl window. And you know what? It's not going to stitch anything because I didn't even load the darn the design yet. So that just goes to show where I am in this stage of things. That was something I meant to do and completely forgot. So I may have to move the machine here in a sec. I apologize, y'all. Just when you thought you had it all together, you realize that you don't. All right, so here is the plug. Oh shoot, it reached. It reaches. Yas. So I'm not completely all the way crazy. All right, so while I do that, let me get you guys back over here so you're not just looking at an embroidery machine while I grab this design. Unfortunately, I did already download it, so I do have it. I just need to put it on the embroidery machine, which should be, yes, drive E. It has popped up. And hopefully you guys are doing great. I hope you enjoyed the other projects that were done tonight. I didn't get to watch all of them, unfortunately, because I was in the process of helping move a doghouse. I was selling a doghouse tonight, and it's a big, huge doghouse. It was like the kind that it takes 5, 6 people to move it. And so the people came to get it, of course, just before the show. So I was doing that, and now I'm back and I have it on the machine. So let's go ahead and switch over. Let me actually double check and make sure that it did get onto the machine. Yep. Okay. Cool beans. All right. So let's switch over back over here. And now I'm going to pull this up. Let me see. Can you see that part of the machine? There we go. All right. So here's our snowman. I'm going to load it. And as I mentioned, the first thing that's going to stitch is the outline placement stitch for the fabric and the placement stitch for the vinyl. So let's go ahead and put, I'm going to use gray so that you guys can see the outline and whatnot that goes on our candy, little candy pouch thing. All right. And let's get this gray threaded. And hopefully you guys are having a great evening. The last of that storm, I think, has blown through North Carolina, and we did pretty well. A couple of branches down, but that's it for us, fortunately. All right, so here we go. This is for the outline and the vinyl window. Let's pull this down so that I can see the chat, hopefully. Alrighty, cool. Now I can see the chat. That's what's up. Woo, chat. All right, then please hit the like button in support of the cool little thing we got going on tonight, because this was well put together and I appreciate it. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, here is, almost punched a hole in it, Lord. Here is the outline and here's the little pouch. All right, and I probably should have did 2 layers of stabilizer. I think I'm gonna put another layer under there just to be on the safe side. But meanwhile, we need vinyl right here in front. And I was gonna, let's see. I was thinking about using this, but you can't really see through it like I want to. It's some tough stuff though. What is the name of this mess, y'all? cellophane. I can't think, right? It's been a long day. It has been a long day, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and open up this heat and bond vinyl instead. Let me see what the thickness difference is, because right now I don't remember, because it's been a while since I've used this. I bought this for when we were doing candy pouches, candy wrapper pouches. And it feels like a little bit thicker. So we'll go with this vinyl instead. Where's the line? There it is. And like I said, the link to this design is in the description below. So feel free to support the nice lady who had this really cool design for the snowman. It is not my design, but I did find it on Etsy. All right, so let's go ahead and peel this. I can get fingers to cooperate. There we go. All right, so here is our vinyl, and all I'm going to do is set it right on top, okay, and cover this middle part. That's all I'm gonna do. And then on the back, I'm actually gonna put another piece of stabilizer, because for whatever reason, I think when I picked it up, it kind of pushed through it a little bit, and I want to make sure that it's good and stable as we work on this project. So all I'm going to do is float a piece of stabilizer up under it. All right, just for reinforcement's sake. So let's put this back on first, and then I'm gonna slide this up under. Like I said, this is strictly for reinforcement, just something I'm doing. But if your tearaway is a little better, thicker quality, then you don't have to do this. All right, so the next thing we want to do is go ahead and stitch around over the top of this vinyl, okay? So I'm using the same color gray. All right. And now that that's done, what we're going to do is trim the extra off, okay? The extra vinyl. So super simple project, really easy to do, super easy to make so many of these at one time and then hand them out. You know, she even has a pattern in here that comes with this one purchase that has two side by side for like a 5x7 hoop. So you can make two of these at the same time. All right, so all I'm going to do is just take the time and trim this away. All right, trim, trim, trim. And I should have my applique scissors, but I do not. And at the end of the day, it's all right, as long as we get this taken care of. All right, there's that. There's this. All right, now. So now that, ooh, I could have trimmed a little bit better right there, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to lay the front fabric over the top, it's this thing, and then cover the entire outline. All right, so the next thing that's going to stitch is the outline of our snowman. And I'm going to still use the gray color. Let's move that out of the way. All right. And while that's stitching, I want to check and make sure everybody's doing okay. I hope I'm not buffering too bad. I know the weather has messed with the signal around here, so I apologize for that. Alrighty. Starting to look really cute. I need to find something to put in it that'll at least give the appearance of candy. Let's see. I used to have a thing of buttons somewhere. I have no clue where it is either. I think it's in these drawers. Let's see. Well, I guess not. Y'all, it said that you don't have. Well, I guess I'm technically not supposed to have candy. Technically. Technically. And we're going to leave that alone. All right. So here we have our outline done. So the next step that we're going to stitch is the decorative stitches around where the window is for his tummy, right? And so that will also show us where later to cut the fabric in front to expose the stitches. All right, so let me make sure. Okay, I think everything else is done like it's supposed to. So our next stitch, let's go ahead and do that one. And like I said, that's just the decorative outline around his tummy. And hello, Mylar. Thank you, Will, Tanyu, and T. Johnson. It is Mylar. Thank you very much. I tell you, it's crazy. Will, you guys stay careful with the storm. Go Forth Customs. This is the embroidery machine. It's 4x4, and it is, mine is the SE425. So this one can be a sewing machine and an embroidery machine in one. All right. So the next color that's going to stitch is orange, is what I've chosen because, of course, carrots on the snowman are usually orange. So we're going to put our orange on. And for custom, four corners, I want to thank you very much for the super chats. When I get a moment to go over there, I will grab the bell and definitely ring that because we do appreciate support of the channel. So while this stitches, I'll go grab that and say thank you very, very much for the super chat. Woo! Yes, thank you. We definitely appreciate super chats. So I appreciate the support of the channel. Thank you, Shayna. Thank you very much. All right, and so after the nose comes his eyes and all of that jazz. And like I said, this particular design is not the only one the lady has over on Etsy. She also has the gingerbread cookie people. She also has the tree. She also has, what else did she have? She had a lot of stuff. The same candy pouch design. So definitely click the description, the link in the description below, and get the design for yourself, because I think these would make really cute little gifts to give to like children, you know, especially if you're just going to support something like, for instance, the homeless shelter or something like that. This would be really cute. to brighten a child's day, just because it doesn't have to be, you know, any specific time or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get the black on here. Let's get this threaded as well. And anytime you thread the machine, just make sure your presser foot is up. All right. There we go. All right. And then after we stitch with the black, we're going to grab the gray again. And she also has a couple of different designs for this as well. She's got the snowman with his eyes open and the snowman with his eyes closed. So you got a couple of different options on this as well. Hello from Arlington, Texas. And yes, you can get a thank you, Miss Barr, for answering that. Yes, you can get a stand-alone thread holder if your threads are too big for the small machine. Matter of fact, I had one. I don't know where it is. It would hold just one spool. The finger is doing good. It's swelling today because I've been doing the most, but other than that, the finger is great. Thank you for asking. I was supposed to wait and get the stitches out today, but I didn't. I'm kind of trying to wait on the doctor that helped me to be there because she was super awesome, and I'm pretty sure she'll be there Monday. So, all right, I'm pretty sure that is it. So now the instructions for this design point out to be sure that we are stitching this next stitch, which is number 7. Make sure that this step is stitched before we put the backing on. All right, so this next stitch is what's going to basically make it into the pouch. All right, so number 7, we're going to stitch it, and as soon as we finish with number 7, we're going to take this off the hoop, put the backing on, which is just another piece of what's on front. After we cut the center off the front, and then we'll be done. It's just that easy. It's a really, really quick stitch out. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And let's see. Trying to see if this would work, which it should. All right, so now let me take this off and show you where we are in the process. Okay, so here's the outline of his tummy, and eventually we'll cut that away, but not right now. Here's his outline. Now there's an eyelet hole that stitches so that you can use something like one of these clasps there, but of course you'll need a jump ring, or I went and grabbed one of these that could possibly work right there to clip it to a book bag or something like that. This line up here is where the opening is going to be. So that's why that's stitched above him. Now what we're going to do now is go ahead and clean up these jump stitches so that that's done when we take him off, and trim him after this is done. So I'm just going to clip this a little bit. These are jump stitches where it trimmed the nose, or the black around the nose, and then jumped up there to do the eye. So that's why it's called jump stitches. And then it jumped from the eye down to the mouth. So we're going to cut that jump stitch. All right, and here's a jump stitch right here at his arm, shoulder rather. And then one more jump stitch going from the eyelet to the opening to the pouch. All right, so now that that's done, we're going to turn it over. And this tearaway stabilizer right here, which is why it's important for it to be tearaway stabilizer, we're going to take this out. Okay, so you got to be careful. Make sure you don't tear your vinyl. Hopefully you saw most of that. I forget sometimes that it's hard to see. All right, so remember I put 2 layers of stabilizer, so we got to tear both of those away. And you want to get as much of this out as possible so that you got a good clear view of the candy or whatever, you know, little sweet treats that you put in here. All right, so now let's get that next layer and expose the vinyl. I'm trying to make sure I don't cut the vinyl. Something tells me I did. I hope not. Let me see. Did I cut the vinyl? Yay! No, I didn't. Sweet. All right. Alrighty, so this is the only part where we tear away the stabilizer. Okay? So it's just to expose the window right in here. All right, and I would expect that you would do a better job than me, but because I'm on a time crunch, we're going to leave it at that. Okay, so there's the little window. We can't see it on the front yet. See the window, but we see it back here. That's the most important thing for the time being. And now we're going to take our backing and put it right back there just like that. And because this is 4x4, it's easy to float this. Ordinarily, you would want to tape this down, secure it some kind of way, but I'm pretty adept at floating things. So I'm just going to leave that right on, just sitting back there, and leave it under the hoop. Just going to float it. And I'm going to look under and kind of double check to see where that fabric is. Nice and straight. Yep, I think, wait a minute, nope, that's stabilizer. I'll make sure it's up here. Yep, I can feel it. Okay, so hopefully it didn't wrinkle up under there. And we're now going to stitch the last step. All right, so this is going to finish out the pouch. Sweet, we got like, what, 3 minutes? Thank you, Maria. Yeah, Craftable definitely is really super easy to work up. And keep in mind, even with it being easy to work up, it is a good scrap buster. So if you have scraps, this is going to be something awesome to get rid of the smaller pieces of fabric that you can't use with larger projects, you know? So definitely check this one out and make a lot of these to give to the little children. And we're done just that quickly. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off of the machine. All right, and I'm going to actually switch the camera to just the overhead view since we're done with the embroidery machine, and hopefully that'll make it where you can see a little bit better once we take this apart. So there we go. So here is just the overhead view. And we're going to take this out of the hoop, just like so. So we're done with that. And now what we'll do is just cut around the outside of this guy. I'm going to use my smaller scissors. All right, so just trim right along the outside. Please don't cut the outside threads that just stitch. Don't cut through any of your threads. All right. Go all the way around the outside. And then the eyelet, the hole in the middle of his head, you can use an AWL to poke the hole through, or if you don't have an AWL, an awl, I like to use my seam ripper a lot of times before I'll pick up the awl. So I have both, but sometimes I don't remember where the awl is, and I have a seam ripper handy, so usually I just go ahead and grab the seam ripper. And that's probably what we're going to do today, because I'm pretty sure, yep, seam ripper is right there. Whereas I don't usually keep the awl handy. All right, so here we go. I probably could have trimmed him out a little bit better than that, but he's done. And as you can see, well, not completely done, but as you can see, this is the little area where the candy will go, and we can't see the tummy, so our next step is to cut this fabric out in front of the vinyl. Okay, so I'm going to use these scissors because they have the sharp points, so it should hopefully help me get in here and cut this away without puncturing the vinyl. Hopefully that's the goal anyways. Let me look and make sure I'm not cutting vinyl. Doesn't look like it, so we'll keep going. So you will need to be kind of careful with this step. And again, you don't want to cut through your stitches. You just want to cut around it. Really easy, really quick stitch out. You just have to be careful with your vinyl and try and make sure not to cut the vinyl. All right, and boom. Oh my God, I didn't cut it. Look how cute that is. That's super cute, him little tummy. So that's why I don't know how well you can see that, and I'm going to show it on the other camera where you can see it a little bit better. But to trim that stabilizer or pull away that tearaway stabilizer a little bit better so that you don't see it behind the vinyl with the tummy. But I mean, if you're giving this to kids, kids aren't going to care. All they care about is his cute little face, his cute little snowman face, and the candy that's going to be inside. So let's switch the camera so that I can see what you guys have to say, and so that we can close this out, because you guys have been rocking hard. I'm 3 minutes over as it is, and this crafting train ends at this station. So here's our snowman. He's super duper adorbs, y'all. Look at him tummy. Can you imagine some Hershey Kisses, 1 or 2 or 3 in him tummy? Maybe some, I don't know, what other little candies can go in there for some kids. And then, like I said, use the whole seam ripper to get that hole. Let me grab. I probably had a seam ripper right here close, but I wanted to reach up in the drawer like a crazy woman. So you can fold down that back piece and then just stab right there, stab him in the head, unfortunately. But stab him in the head. We're not going to say that this is practice for anything in particular. We're just going to stab in the head, Don't get no ideas. And then once we get this, we can, cut this out. You could have done that with those little scissors too. And then you can even put, that stretchy, glittery string that people sometimes use to wrap packages with. I can't think of the name. I have some because I was using it for something I can't remember, and where it is right now, I don't know. Ribbon. You could put ribbon in here, hang him from something, but he's adorbs. He is just super duper cute, and I really hate I don't have candy to put in his tummy to show y'all with candy. But I'm diabetic, so oh, shut up! I do have candy. I have candy. Yay! I forgot I had these. These are for, like, you know, when I'm having that, I feel like my sugar's low, or I just feel like having some. I rarely do cinnamon, y'all. Rarely. This is about the only cinnamon I will fool with. All right. So see, look, him got some candy in his tummy now. Yay! Can't fit too much in there. And this came from Dollar Tree. Aw, look. Him's got candy. See him? He's full. And with the candy in there, you can kind of see the fringes of the stabilizer right there along his tummy. So, you know, you may want to, if it's you're trying to impress somebody in particular, you may want to trim that stabilizer a little bit better. But I mean, heck, it's for a kid, and this one is for me. So I'm glad you guys liked the little project. Like I said, you saw we were on here for 30 minutes, and because I was taking my time to talk about it, show the different things, the supplies and whatnot, that's what made it take long. These suckers can whip up probably in about 10 minutes, y'all, each. Maybe 10 minutes. So you can whip them up pretty quick, get them out the door, fill them with some sweet tarts or something like that. And, you know, just hand them out, make a kid's day, you know, because who doesn't like to sugar up people's children and send them home to their parents? I'm sure the parents would really appreciate that. I'm more than positive they will. So definitely give it a shot. All right, so thank y'all for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. I don't even remember what time this all started because I was like, I don't even think where I was. I have had so much going on this afternoon, y'all. It was crazy. Okay, so it started at 4 Central Time, and now it's just after 7 Central Time, 8 my time. So you guys been rocking for, what's that, 4 hours? Yikes, go y'all. This was fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. We do intend to do this again just to have fun. This isn't, you know, no sales tactic or anything like that. Just giving y'all something fun to see from different creators and let you enjoy, you know, something real quick from each person. Because a lot of times when we're individually on, we're usually on for a certain amount of time, and it's usually longer than 30 minutes. So with this particular roundup, we're trying to do something really useful and then have fun at the same time doing projects with you. So thanks for hanging out with us this evening. I appreciate y'all very, very much. And I look forward to doing this again with you all sometime in the future. So you guys have a great evening. We're not going to hold you any longer. Thank you so much for the support. I will have links in the description below. I already have the first 2 links, but I'll have everybody else's link in the description if you missed somebody, so that you can click the link and go back and watch theirs if you choose to do so. Please leave a like if you enjoyed our little snowman project. And you know what? Let me know. I think, do they have a snowman emoji? I think they do. Do they have a snowman emoji? Y'all let me know. If they have a snowman emoji, drop a snowman or a snowflake in the chat if you think you want to give this a shot and make it. Or put a purple heart if you're a member here on the channel and you enjoyed the project. All right? Let us know. I would pass drinks out in the chat, but that's usually a lot of fun doing the drinks over at 7:55, and I think y'all had enough to drink from over there. So over here, we're just gonna mellow all the way out, rein it in, calm it down, and we're gonna do snowmen's, snowflakes, and purple hearts, right? They do have snowman emoji. Yes, that was what's up. So thank y'all again very, very much. It was awesome sauce. I do definitely look forward to doing this again. And as I mentioned, the link is in the description for this little guy. Please click her link because she does have other things. She has gingerbread, she has a tree, she has a lot of other really cute in the hoop designs. 4x4 friendly. 4x4 friendly. And as you saw, it whipped up really, really quickly. So it doesn't take a whole lot of brain power to get this project done in the hoop. Anybody can embroider. Anybody can embroider. So if you have an embroidery machine and you make one, please post your picture in the hoop group. I would love to see it because this turned out way cuter than what I expected. So I do look forward to seeing you guys, little snowmen, in the hoop group whenever you do make one. So thank you very much for hanging out with us today. You guys have a good night, and we will see you all next time. Bye.